So let's start here. I'm learning JT's board, so let's see how we can do this. All right, so notary. Okay, so this is what a notary is. A notary is a professional witness, okay? That's in simple terms how I like to put it, because I don't want to use any fancy big words because I want people to understand what it means. So we are there just to be a witness to the documents, to the people that are there. We want to make sure that the people who are signing aren't signing under pressure or under any kind of like duress. They are willingly signing, and those are who they, the people that they say they are. So you will need to see their documents and their IDs, okay? And make sure it's not expired as well. So that's what a notary is. How do you become a notary? I would suggest to go to the National Notary Association website, nna.org. Every state is different, so I always tell people to go to the NNA website because the NNA will tell you how to become a notary public in your state. Since I'm in North Carolina, I had to do a 6-hour course, okay? And I had to pay a $50 fee and another $10 fee that was added on there. Okay, I'm just gonna try to type that on there. Let's work this. And I had to pay another $10 fee. Okay, so excuse that. So after I did that, I got sworn in. So let's just do sworn in. And between all of these, when I went to the National Association website, did the 6-hour class, all of that took me about a month to become a general notary public because I was not a general notary public. So this is the one that everybody is talking about. The $5 per stamp, the $10 per stamp, the $15 per stamp. It depends on the state. All right, so this is what everybody's saying. As long as you don't have a bad background, no criminal history or anything like that, the chances of becoming a general notary public, pretty easy, okay? So let's move that way. So that's what everybody's talking about. Go to the National Notary Association. They'll tell you how to become a general notary public in your state. So that's step number 1. That takes about a month or so, all right? They'll send you everything you need to know. So there's that. Now, this is the one that everybody is confused about. So I want this to be very clear for you guys. This is called a notary. Yes, that's true. But we are notary signing agents. So I'll put SA. So a notary signing agent is just a notary. It's a notary, but we are notaries for loans. We are notaries for real estate. We're notaries for anything that has to do with taking out money from a bank. Okay, so that is what we are notary for. So we are specialized in this. So first you have to become a notary, right? And then after that, you have to take the extra steps to become a notary signing agent. But you still have to go to the National Notary Association.org. And instead of becoming a general notary public, you're now going to become a notary signing agent, okay? So that's where you're going to go. So it's the same place. That's going to be your hub, not org. Okay, so you're still going to have to go to the National Notary Association.org, and they're going to help you become a signing agent. I don't want to break down exactly what it takes because it takes every state is different, and there is like shorter steps, longer steps depending on the state. So that's where you're gonna go to become a signing agent. And to become a signing agent, the only difference is that you're gonna have to do a background check. There is gonna have to be a background screening in order to become a notary signing agent that you have to do every single year. So yes, to this day, every year, like the year is ending now, so in January, I will have to do a background check. This ensures that you are still clean to do notary signing agent work because like I said, you are handling loan documents as a notary signing agent. Loan documents have people's social security numbers on them. It has personal information. So they need to make sure that you are trustworthy to handle these documents. So that's exactly why they are more strict with notary signing agent work, because there's more personal information on those documents. And they need to make sure that whoever is handling those documents, they trust enough to hire them for their company. Okay, so now that we kind of broke down the difference from notary and notary signing agent, I'm going to give you guys a summary of that. And then I'm going to tell you guys how I make money from notary signing agent. So let's see. As a notary public, a lot of people can become this. Most people aren't notaries, okay? And that's the one you guys are talking about. That's $5 per stamp. People make good money off of it, but it does take a little bit more time because you only make about $5 to $10 per stamp. But you can charge mileage and you can charge service fees. So you can actually make a pretty decent amount of money with being a general public, notary public, but this is where it's more lucrative and it's a little bit more competitive. All right, so as a notary signing agent, now you took the extra steps, you got a background screening and whatever else the National Notary Association.org told you that you need to do to become a signing agent, because that's on their website. Once you become that, that's when you are more trustworthy to do more significant things, which is loan documents, anything that has to do with real estate, anything that has to do with loans and personal information. All right, so now how do notary signing agents get paid? That's the question that everybody wants to know. First, how much we get paid? We get paid it starts about $75 per closing through $250. So notary signing agents make about $75 an hour to $250. If you want to know how to base that is on your area, you do some research. It's a business. When you start a franchise, how do you know how to charge? You know how to charge because of what your neighbors are charging, right? So you just try to be competitive. So in my area, a lot of notaries are charging $75 an hour to $250. So I'm not going to go out of my way and charge $350 because it wouldn't make sense for my business, especially if I'm a new business. I wouldn't charge more than local notaries are charging, right? I want to be competitive. So when I'm new, I want to start with 65, okay? Because I want to be competitive. I want to start growing my business. For the most part, this is where they're charging. How we get business? We get business. What I love about being a notary is that, or a notary signing agent, I have to be specific so I don't confuse you guys. A notary signing agent is that the business really starts coming to you, okay? As long as you are signing up with companies, which are called signing services, who are already looking for notaries, you will start getting business. So that is where I want to start with you guys. They are called signing services. So signing services are where a lot of notaries signing agents start, like me, and I still get a lot of business from signing services. So signing services are the middleman. So I'm gonna break this down like this. They are the middleman for the notary, okay? So they're looking for you already. They're already looking for you. So the business is already there. They're looking for you. You just need to go sign up on those databases like SnapDocs, Signing Order, 123notary.com, and a bunch of others. I have some on my channel that you guys, in my page, that I do a lot of different videos about. So if you guys wanna know what exact companies, I have those on my page. So they are already looking for notaries, all right? Now, the other people who are looking for notaries as well, but they don't know where to find notaries, are the lending companies, okay? Or title companies, or escrow companies. They have different names. But for the most part, this is the person who is giving out the loan, okay? So for example, if you're buying a house and you're talking to a lender is looking for a notary. But the lender doesn't have time to go on Google and find notaries. So they're just gonna call a signing service that they have on hand. Signing service, that I work for is called BankServe. So they'll call BankServe, which is the signing service. BankServe will call me, okay? And then once BankServe's called me, which is the notary, I will be helping the lender's client. So let's break this down a little bit more so that you guys can understand. Let me recap. The signing service, let's say BankServe, because that's the company that I work with a lot, is actually looking for a notary already, okay? Because they have somebody that is looking for a notary as well, but the signing service is the middleman. So we break that down. The lender just wants their documents notarized. That's all they want. Just find me a notary so you can notarize these documents and bring it back to me, okay? We have a deadline by tomorrow. So they found me. I called the client that they need the documents done for, and I confirm a time, I confirm a place, I meet with their client, and I get the documents done. I'm also the one who prints it out. I'm also the one who drives to them. I do everything. I'm the courier, quote unquote, okay? So that actually goes hand in hand with JT's channel since that's what he did in the past. So I'm pretty much a courier for notary. So they're trusting me with these documents to make sure that I get it back in time for FedEx to ship off the next day to get it back to them so they can close. So that's why we get paid about $75 to $250 because this is an important job. We need to get this done at a deadline and it's important documents that needs to close. All right, so that is what's going on. So that is the reason why we get paid, quote unquote, so much to people, and people think it's a scam. But this is exactly why we get paid so well, because we are the courier, we are driving, we are making sure that everything gets to the person, the lender actually, on time, okay? So that, I hope that makes a little bit more sense to you guys. But yeah, so for the most part, we get paid average of $100. It's usually about $100 for me. When it's $250, it's gonna be $250 because you're working directly with the lender. Okay, so the lender is directly calling you, and they have a stack of pages because the pages are about 100 pages minimum. And you have to drive there, you have to do a bunch of different things. So obviously, that's gonna be, pretty pricey because you're driving, depending on how far it is. So it does go up based on that. Other than that, I think that answers the basic question of how much we get paid, what a notary signing agent is, and how we get business. We get business through a signing service. That's how we get business. But there's another way. This is the last way. And then we'll wrap this one up because this is the last way. The last way is direct signing. So with direct signings, all you're doing is, as the notary, instead of going through the signing service, you are going straight to the lender. Okay, so you are literally going out of your way in the public. You're going to attorneys' offices, realtors, whoever is looking for a notary that is in the real estate industry or the lending industry. Whoever is looking for a notary, you're going directly to them, you're directly marketing to them, and that's how you get the big bucks. Okay, so that's what people strive for. But signing services are good as well because they pay you about $100, but they do get a cut. So they'll charge the lending company about $250 and they'll give the notary about $100. That's not a bad deal, considering that they're bringing you business. You do make the big bucks going direct, and you also can make the quote unquote big bucks by actually being the signing service. So that's what a lot of people do as well. A lot of notaries scale their business to a point where they don't want to be the notary, the courier anymore. They're tired of being a courier. They're tired of driving around and hustling. So now they are the signing service. This is the notary. Now the notary has become the signing service, and that's how they make the really big bucks. Okay, so that's how they make the really big bucks, because the notary has decided to become the signing service, and so the notary is finding other notaries to do the job for them. So that's how people are doing it. So I hope this made a little bit of sense for you guys.